Salut tout le monde et bienvenue sur Salem The Game ou Salem Crafting MMO. Aujourd'hui, on va aller faire un petit pèlerin, fait que je choisis un mâle. Vous savez pourquoi. Bon, on va ouvrir ça ici.
You're looking fabulous.
En noir. Ouais, demain c'est $20. Peut-être une autre place. Ouais, brr. On va aller parler à
What you
lui.
be calling yourself? I ain't got all day.
Bon. Je vais l'appeler. On va l'appeler. Bah, tabarnak. Pour le bateau.
The only thing between you and the new world is a handful of silver. Pay up and off you go. Oh my. Short on silver, you say? Well, I have a solution for that.
Oh, goodness me! It appears Chief Lenderhand has paid your passage to the New World. But as with most things in Salem, everything comes at a cost. His tribe requires that you assist them in some of their daily chores before you are to be released. While in his tribal valley, you will be safe from the majority of dangers in Salem. But once freed and on your own, that will all change. To begin, he asks that you feed their sacred squonk, Nubs, a hickory nut. You should do so now. Excellent!
Okay.
But gathering resources from trees and bushes is not the only way to harvest materials. Sometimes it is as simple as collecting something from the ground. Now that Nubs has a full belly, he's feeling particularly playful and wishes to play with a tumbleweed. Gather a tumbleweed rolling on the ground in the area and bring it to Nubs.
Ok, j'ai déjà attrapé ça. Fait que je vais lui donner ça à Nubs.
It appears Nubs is now satisfied with a full belly and a playful toy. The chief would like to remind you that all material things in Salem can be taken from you, most especially by other pilgrims. The only thing a man cannot steal from you is your mind and your experiences. To emphasize this wisdom, he asks that you learn your first skill, childish things. Well done! Each skill you learn will unlock new buildings, craftables, and skills that can further your advancement. Education is not always easy, nor free. Many times you must study the world around you to gain a respect and understanding of it. The chief asks that you next learn survival skills. However, in order to do so, you first must gather or craft items known as inspirationals. Study them, and then spend the accumulated points on the skill. Uh-oh, it looks like you have just lost black bile studying that inspirational. One of the four humours that governs our bodies, your black bile governs your mental energies of sorts. There are several ways to replenish your humours in the world, but the simplest is always just to nourish your body with some nice food. Gather some berries, nuts or other food from the area and consume it.
Là, vous voyez ici, j'ai un craving. On n'aura pas le choix, on va le manger.
Ah, your mind is fresh, your muscles ready, and your
Ça
willpower
dépend
has
de ça,
never been
six.
stronger. The chief wishes for you to construct your first permanent object in Salem. Here, everything you build on claimed land lasts forever, or until another pilgrim decides to rip it down. His tribe has been gathering fish and drying them on drying racks. While you yourself lack the fishing skill, that does not mean you cannot help by building them another drying rack. Gather the branches from a nearby tree and construct a drying rack in the tribal lands. Since your next task requires you to chop wood, you will need an axe. Craft a basic flint axe and equip it to prepare you for your next task.
Ok, bon. On va se faire une axe.
Many resources can be harvested in Salem. Trees, boulders, bushes, just to name a few. It is these renewable resources that keep the inhabitants of Salem healthy, happy and busy. Well, perhaps just busy. Regardless, Law of the Lumberwoods will teach you what is necessary to chop down trees for processing. Learn it now.
Bon, je te dis. Parfait.
The chief wants you to throw a wood block on his sacred fire. Once you leave this place, a fire will be your friend. And both starting and maintaining your own fire will be crucial to your survival. For now, throw a wood block on the fire. You may obtain a wood block from chopping trees, fallen logs, or piles of wood in the area.
Ok.
Oh my! All that manual labour has reduced your phlegm. Just as you recovered your black bile when studying things, you will need to recover your phlegm when you're exhausted from work. Go ahead and do so now. Current humour values are important, but certainly one wishes to grow stronger, run faster, jump higher, and simply do more. To do this, you must increase the maximum humours of your character. This is done only by the most successful of players who can afford the luxury of gluttony. The mass consumption of food in a particular humour will permanently increase it. The higher you go, the more food you will need. Find some food and increase one of your humours.
Ouais, c'est ça que je vais faire. Je vais pogner une couple de nuts. On va se faire un petit feu. Je vais les faire cuire, ça va m'en donner un peu plus. On va chercher des graines de sapin aussi. Ok, ça. Les graines de sapin, peut-être des canneberges. On va se faire un petit mix. Ok, avec ça, ça devrait être correct. On va aller plus par là-bas. Essayer de me trouver d'autres sortes de fruits. Puis, je sais pas qu'est-ce que je vais pogner d'autres aussi. C'est pogner. Oh, là que je mange. Crops. Je suis pas prêt pour manger ça encore. Je vais m'en pogner 2-3. Faire d'ici si j'en ai besoin. Tu vois, ça c'est pour... Oh, ça c'est bon, ça. On va garder ça pour là-bas. Ça va être utile. Ok, bon. Dans la swamp. On va aller piquer des acorns. Les canneberges, ça me donne quoi? Ensuite, ça c'est de la vie. Dans le fond, je connais de tout faire cuire ça. J'ai pogné ça. On va se pogner une couple de branch. Besoin des outils, on va allumer des feux. On allume le feu. Là, on va se faire la première étape de cuisine. On va se faire cuire les goumons. Oh, attends, avant. Ça, je vais mettre ça là. Je vais le reprendre après. J'ai pas le goût de le cuire. Bon. On va placer ça ici.
So far your skills have been quite easy. Each one was less than 500 points and thus was obtainable by a few quick studies. However, to advance to colonial tradesmanship, you will notice that it requires more points than its accompanying proficiency bars can hold. Just as the player can expand their maximum humours, One can also expand the maximum proficiencies as well. To do so, just fill the bar completely up and press the plus sign next to it. This will cause all your points to be removed, but will allow for you to permanently hold more points in the future, and thus open even stronger and more valuable skills.
Oh. On va que j'aille chercher. Faut pas que j'oublie ça. Ça ici. Un petit fou là ici. Est-ce que je manquerai pas de bouffe, ça? Putain. Ok, c'est pas bien grave. De même. Et voilà.
Excellent! The Chief has decided it is time for your final and most important vision quest. He has asked that you learn colonial tradesmanship, a skill that will unlock skills to a variety of industries. Remember, there is safety in numbers, and joining a town in the harsh world of Salem can be one of your best tools for survival. To join one, you will want to specialise in a trade so that you have something meaningful to offer the prospective villages you encounter. Once you have increased your flora and fauna proficiency to at least 6, you will be able to fill your proficiency bars to meet the requirements for the colonial tradesmanship skill. Study some appropriate inspirationals and learn it to move on.
ici. Ok, je vais pogner ça ici. Oh! C'est malade, je vais pogner ça pour vrai. Shit. Ok, lower, lower. Si je me rappelle bien. Pour faire du low and lower. On n'a pas besoin ici, j'ai des feuilles, des branches rares. Faire ça comme ça pour trouver mon fel. C'est vraiment malade que j'ai trouvé ça.
Congratulations! The chief
Parfait.
is impressed by your will to survive and feels you will be a good candidate for this harsh new world. He officially releases you from your debt. A guide to the north of the village waits with his canoe to take you into the wilderness to the location of your first homestead. If you don't like the first spot, he will gladly show you a few more. Talk to the guide to leave the tribal lands.
Alors, ça va être tout pour cette premier épisode de la deuxième saison. Ok. Prochain épisode, vu que c'est l'automne dans le jeu, le bonhomme va être directement en pèse d'énergie. Il va falloir que je fasse des vêtements, fait qu'on va travailler fort là-dessus. Et on va parler à lui. En Providence. J'aime pas ce spot-là. Try again. Ouf. Try again. Try again.
Greetings, pilgrim. Welcome to Salem. As you journey out in this world, remember these words. You are about to start on an adventure, to begin an experience unlike any other. Everything will be difficult. Nothing will be simple. And with each tiny moment of triumph, you will blaze the trails scattered with defeat, blood, and tears. Salem is a full loot, full PvP, permadeath sandbox, where even in the starting town, you will be susceptible to disease, witchcraft, explosives, and even death if you're not careful. Every pilgrim you meet in Salem will know this, and thus every true friendship you forge will be worth that of countless others you may have experienced in similar games. Salem is not a place for the weak or entitled. Salem is a haven for those who long to be challenged and miss the pure innocence and euphoria of discovery, risk, exploration, and interaction. The world is in a constant state of flux. The politics a sea of chaos, and the stakes have never been higher. Good luck!
Boom! Alors, ça va être tout pour ce premier épisode. On va se revoir pour le prochain épisode. Sur ce, je vous dis peace. À la